The Israel-Iran conflict is as hot a topic as the Ukraine-Russia issue in today's world. However, Iran and Israel continued the shadow war without participating in the direct war. As part of this, the two countries have repeatedly attacked each other's airspace and maritime boundaries. But unbelievable as it may be, there was a time when friendly relations existed between these two countries. But why this conflict? When Israel was formed in 1948, Iran recognized the country as a Muslim-majority country after Turkey. When Shah Mohammad Pahlavi came to power in 1950, Israel's friendship with Iran deepened. At that time, the diplomatic relations between the two countries were very strong. However, since the Islamic Revolution in 1979, there has been a decline in this regard. At that time, the then president of Iran, Sayyid Abul Hassan Banastar, stopped Israel's commercial and diplomatic relations with Iran. At the same time, he refused to recognize Israel as a state. From here, the relationship between the two countries became rift. Since 1985, tensions between the two countries have increased. At this time, the conflict between the two countries greatly affected the geopolitics of the Middle East. Later, in the early 1990s, after the collapse of the Soviet Union and Iraq's defeat in the Persian Gulf War, Israel and Iran became powerful in the Middle East. Since then, these two countries have been involved in a shadow war. Why Israel sees Iran as a threat? They have not recognized Israel as a state since the Islamic Revolution in Iran. In addition, Iran's main goal was to destroy Israel by referring to Tel Aviv as an occupier. For this reason, Iran's main security force, the Islamic Revolutionary Guard Corps, supports the Lebanese Hezbollah and the Palestinian group Hamas with weapons. In 1992, Hezbollah bombed the Israeli embassy in Argentina. 29 civilians were killed. Later in 1994, a van loaded with bombs exploded in the Buenos Aires, AMIA, building in Argentina. About 85 Jews lost their lives. The Argentine prosecutor blamed the Lebanese militant group Hezbollah and the Iranian government for these two attacks targeting Israel and Jews. In addition, the Lebanese paramilitary force Hamas put up strong resistance in the 2006 Lebanese war on the Golan Heights against Israel. And Iran's Quds Force and Islamic Revolutionary Guard Corps provided full support to Hamas in various ways, including weapons and training. In the same way, Iran has been providing various support to Hamas, including weapons to build a strong position against the Jewish soldiers in Palestine. Basically, such an active position of Iran against Israeli activities is the reason for Israel's main fear. On the other hand, the establishment of Iranian bases in Syria, another neighbor of Israel, has made Israel more concerned. Why is Israel worried about Iran's nuclear weapons? Since the Islamic Revolution, Iran's series of stances against Israel have alarmed the Jewish state. Israel considers it the biggest threat to its existence if Iran develops nuclear weapons, because its first blow is more likely to fall on Israel. For this reason, Israel's National Intelligence Agency Mossad has been keeping a close eye on Iran's nuclear activities for several years. As part of this, Israel's elite forces have carried out several operations. Iran's Quds Force chief Qasem Soleimani and nuclear scientist Fakhrizadeh were killed in the several-year operation. After assuming power in 2021, Mossad Director David Barney said that Iran is moving steadily towards developing nuclear weapons, whether or not there is an agreement with the West. And this program of Iran has become the reason of headache day and night for Mossad. Even if world powers reach a deal with Iran on nuclear weapons, Israel will continue to oppose the program. However, Iran has always rejected Israel's demand for nuclear weapons. Last July 18 of this year, in an interview given to Qatar-based media Al Jazeera, the head of the country's Strategic Council on Foreign Policy and former Foreign Minister, Kamal Karaji said, even if it has the capability to make nuclear weapons, Tehran will not make them now. 90% enriched uranium is required to make nuclear weapons. And in just a few days, Iran has increased the level of uranium enrichment to 60 parts. He also warned that if Iran's security is targeted by neighboring countries, action will be taken against those countries and attacks will be carried out inside Israel.